Oh, no, that's all, that's just, if we're not gonna be able to spell your name, then just print it, because it goes into the minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Genderskevich or something, we probably have to pass.
Where's the address on this?
Yeah, is it? Oh, only 3 units, okay. Thought it was one of the big buildings over there, but obviously it must not be.
We had issues with this property,
No, but,
I'm gonna have.
but,
oh, okay.
no, but.
Okay, yes, the owner is Mr. John Stancato. He did register in 2012 and previous. This is a 3-unit. Per water, we do have bills from 2013 to 2017 going to an Illinois address. As of November 8th, 2017, we have the water bills going to a California address. After 2012, never been registered. The gentleman,
Seems to, back
I
up
haven't read the letter, so I'm not sure.
the story here a bit.
Yeah, so before 2013, Mr. Stancato knew to register this property as a 3-unit, but he hasn't registered since. So we are asking if this can be sent to Smith Sursick because of the years 2013 to current.
And you said this is a 3-unit?
Yes, we have it as a 3-unit.
This letter indicates that it was a primary residence until 2012.
We have this as a 3-unit, 44-46. Now, what we can do is ask for an authority to inspect, if that's okay, to make sure there aren't 3 units, and if it's a single-family home, it's a single-family home. We can come back and, talk about the number of units after the fact.
So ma'am, are you aware of the status of this property?
Pardon?
Are you aware of the status of this property? Is it a 3-unit
Yes,
building? It is.
yes, they lived in the main unit until they were, their job transfer came through.
Okay.
And since then, it's been rented out for 3 units.
When they lived in the main unit, did they have tenants in the other 2?
Yes,
Okay. So we're talking about a significant period of time here.
right.
Each of those units up until 2015 was an $80 a year registration fee. And every time those units were missed, it's a $500 late fee.
Right.
So it is the request of our inspections department that we send this to our attorney, Smith Sarasic, to be able to negotiate a lower fee assigned to this case because of the significant amount of years that we've missed here.
Under the circumstances, they would appreciate that.
Okay, and I understand that your daughter-in-law, is it?
No, it's my daughter
It's your daughter,
and
okay.
son-in-law.
She's going to be coming in.
Yes, she'll be flying in on the 19th.
Is she wanting to come in front of this board, or is she, would she be in agreement with us sending
Well,
this
it's
to our
kind of
attorney
open.
to
She was
negotiate?
not sure what will transpire today.
I think it's probably in their best interest to send this to our attorney to negotiate a lesser fee in this case, because it's going to be significant if it comes before the board and we have to assign that period of time, the late fees and the rental registration.
So are you saying that she should get an attorney to
No,
represent her?
what we would typically do in this situation is to refer it to our attorneys, Ms. Sarasic, so they would reach out to the property owners, go over the circumstance, and negotiate a lesser, usually fair fee for the landlords.
Okay.
In the event that there's not significant issues with the property that the board would want to assign all
Okay.
fees.
Yeah, they, as far as I know, all the apartments that are being rented now are in good condition. And they've had no problem with having, renters continuously. But the person they had managing the property was supposed to be taking care of all this, and they were paid for it. They were supposed to, pay these fees. And when he contacted him, now he can't even get a hold of them. He can't find them.
And I would recommend that if he does
Yes.
have some kind of paperwork showing that they had a contract with the
Yeah.
property manager, that would be some information that
It's a hard
we'd like
lesson
to
to
see.
learn.
At the same time, we do request if we can do an internal inspection, because this has not been on our radar at all as a 3-unit. Not saying that it's not a legal 3-unit, but we just want to make sure that if it
okay.
is a 3-unit, it's a proper 3-unit, and it's a safe 3-unit.
Okay.
If it's something you can agree to, or if it's something that your daughter can agree to.
I think I would leave that up to my daughter.
Yeah, I think in light of her coming into town relatively quick here, she should probably be notified by Ms. Sarasik around that time. And,
I will give you my card as well,
Okay.
so that way you can give her my information. when
All
she
right,
speaks to you.
sure.
okay, so we will go ahead and forward this, and, well, I'll entertain a motion to forward this, but I think the board would like to do that, and if they have any paperwork demonstrating that they did hire a property manager during that time, and it was supposed to be the responsibility of the property manager to file the rental registration, and they neglected to do so, that would probably be helpful,
Okay,
okay? And we'll make a note on this, that you appeared today on their behalf, and that you're cooperating with the board and the inspections department, and I think that'll help.
okay. And they
Okay.
ask that if you have any communications that need to be sent out, that you send it to my address. Since she'll be coming in, she'll be staying with me.
Okay, can we go ahead and get that from her after the meeting, and then we'll make a note to send it probably to both, I think would be appropriate, just so that there is a copy going to the registered owners as well.
Okay.
Officially? Okay. Do I have a motion to refer this to Ms. Sarasik?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, ma'am, appreciate you
Thank you.
coming today.
Thank you.
Item H, rental registration hearing on property located at 4435 Henry Avenue. Is the property owner present?
Yes, I am.
Good morning, can you state your name for us, please, sir?
My name is Louis Sotano. I'm the owner of property 4435 Henry.
This is a 1-unit home, registered previous, only owes for 2018.
What happened this year, sir?
I forgot. It's only $5. How could you forget? But I did forget.
I gotcha. No issues?
No, none that are pending now. We are taking care of whatever we had previously.
Yes.
In a separate case, but nothing
All right. Now, I'll motion to waive the late fee, but the unit will need to be registered for 2018 at a cost of $5.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, sir. If you'd like to stay after the meeting, you could take care of that today.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item I, rental registration hearing on property located at 6608 Illinois Avenue, and I'm aware that there is a statement today. Written statement. I mean, did you have a chance to review this?
I have not.
I'm going to let you take a look at that, just that probably the last two paragraphs would be relevant to the questions we're going to ask you.
So we just talking for 1 year?
Is this just 2018?
No, this is actually 2015 through 2018.
It looks like he has a renter, oh no, in 2016. 2015 through 18? 15 through 18, sorry. 1 unit?
Correct, it's 1 year. So I was asking owes for 2015 to 2018. Okay. Yeah, at the end of October 13th, 2015, right. Yeah.
This gentleman is hearing impaired. Okay. And do we have any other issues with this property?
No. Okay.
Crud, this we never registered, so it's not like he didn't know.
He just didn't know.
Yeah.
15 and 5.
15 was what, $5, right? It was, right?
We're talking 4 years ago. Or some of this in Sarasota.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, sir. Like we indicated with the previous case with the lady who was here before, because of the amount of years in dispute, we feel that it's probably best case for us to send this to Smith Sarasic to negotiate a lesser fee than the $500 late fee a year.
Let's see what he says. I mean, you're taking rental money for 4 solid years, right? Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or, I mean, the best we could do today would be to impose one. Or we can impose one.
And then, so that way total would be,
520.
It wants to be done and over today.
and he would owe how much, I'm sorry?
520.
20?
Or you can go down. Okay. He said he's fine with imposing with one late fee, and he'll go with that.
Yes.
That's more than fair, yeah.
I think so. Just want to make certain. Good.
Okay, sir? All right. And it is a one-unit, Jaime?
Yes, this is one unit.
Yeah, 520.
I'll talk to you after. Yeah, I'll talk to him after. He's just asking where he can pay today, so I can talk to him after.
All right, now the
Thank
motion
you.
is to impose one late fee, and also the units will need to be registered for each year that were missed, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, for a total of $520.
All those in favor?
Aye,
Aye. Thank you, sir.
thank you.
Item J, rental registration hearing on property located at 4316 Baltimore. Property owner?
Hi.
Good morning.
I'm Dawn Laskowski, property manager for this single-family, single-unit. I did, in fact, submit the paperwork in January to register this property. I have 5 properties in Hammond that I manage, and I wrote the check out for $20, not $25. So it provoked a phone call, and I expressed at that point that this tenant was in the process of moving out. So whoever I spoke to, whether it be a miscommunication or whatever, I was under the impression when we re-rented it, then to send the new lease and the new paperwork with the new tenant's name on it. By the time that happened, we had exceeded the April 15th deadline, so.
How long after the new tenant had moved in that you attempted to register the property again?
Let's see. In August?
August 1st? That's when they spoke with you?
That was
Concerning that?
probably one of them. Yeah, this was May 13th, so that she signed the new lease.
It's just one unit, and it was just for 2,000.
Okay. How much time do they have that with that? 30 days. So in the future, if we have a tenant who's, if the property is not rented at the time, but a tenant moves in after the deadline, 30 days from the time we sign the lease to come on in.
I just learned that
Okay.
as well, yep.
All right.
Motion is to waive the late fee, but the unit will need to be registered for 2018, a cost of $5.
My second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And again, if you'd like to wait after the meeting, you can take care of that today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item K, rental registration hearing on property located at 442 Lewis Street.
This actually, there is no issues here. Every year it has been registered, including 2018. What this was concerning, we've actually heard I think her husband, her ex-husband, correct? In previous cases, about 2 months ago, and it was the changing hands of properties. We had questioned then where he was living, what he was renting out, and where Ms. Barraza was living, where she was renting out. So this is registered. We have no issues.
We've got the proper addresses on
got
file
the
for
proper
everybody, so that she doesn't have to come before us again.
Correct.
Okay. All right, so no action needed?
No action.
Okay, thank you for appearing today.
Thank you.
Nothing further.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item L, notice of violation hearing on property located at 720 Sibley Street. Ma'am, you're welcome to leave. You don't have to stick around for our business if you don't want to. You're welcome. Love us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
We did an inspection on this property, myself and Commissioner Pietro, and upon determination and research, we found that there was one apartment on the first floor in the rear of the building that was not safe and not done with permits. The second floor apartment had been added on. There was no permits for that, and it also had an illegal, unsafe attic bedroom with the property that didn't meet ceiling height, or the stairwell leading to the attic didn't meet proper ceiling height also. There was also many cases of fire separation breaches on the first floor between the units, including one where a doorway just had a piece of drywall over one side of it. And we are asking that the property be converted back to a single-family home as originally built.
Good morning, sir. Can you state your name for us, please?
Yeah, I need, my name is Luis. I need somebody to speak Spanish.
Jaime.
¿Puede decir su nombre?
Mi nombre es Luis
Good morning.
Sanz.
And you are the property owner?
Yes.
Usted es el dueño.
Have we had communication about the changes we want to see here?
Not yet. I
Not
issued
yet, okay.
the mailing a month ago. The certified one came back just the other day. I believe it was Tuesday. It came back in from the mail. Nobody had signed for it, I guess. The post office, the regular mail
When?
was returned.
Okay. Can you tell us your home address, sir?
¿Dónde,
720 Sibley.
es donde vive usted?
Yeah.
¿Dónde vive usted?
Yo vivo estoy viviendo en Chicago.
¿Qué es su dirección?
4408 Southwood.
4408 Southwood. 4408 Southwood
Yeah.
in Chicago. 4408 Southwood, Chicago.
Okay.
So if, Jaime, I'm guessing if the mail's been returned to us, this gentleman here has no idea what we're expecting of him in regards to the property, would that be our
Well, upon
assumption?
inspection, he
Yeah.
did meet us out there, and we did explain to him the process. We did warn him that after research, that this was probably going to go back to a single-family home.
How long has he owned the property?
¿Cuándo compró la...?
Ok, lo que pasó fue que yo, hace 2 años, los 2 años yo compré la propiedad. Yo no sabía que la propiedad tenía problemas. El dueño me dijo que todo estaba bien. Y le pregunté a los que estaban rentados, me dijeron que todo estaba bien. Y entonces, en ese tiempo, yo era camionero, truck driver. Y yo dije, bueno, si tiene un problema yo lo puedo arreglar. Pero el problema es que yo me enfermé y me quitaron la licencia de manejar tráiler y ahora lo que estoy ganando es el salario mínimo. Entonces tengo un problema grande, que con el salario mínimo se me hace imposible arreglar la propiedad.
Okay. ¿Quién está viviendo ahí?
Ellos son los que estaban la otra vez.
¿Todavía están en el segundo piso?
Sí.
He bought the property 2 years ago. He was explaining to me his hardships. At that time, he had a job as a truck driver. Now his CDL was taken away, so he was having money issues with fixing the property. I asked him as far as who is still living in the property. He still did explain that the previous 2 renters were still there when we made the inspection, so there's still people on the second floor as well as the first floor.
And when did this come on your radar screen, Rich?
It was actually earlier this year. I originally saw the property because there was trash in the alley and everything, and when I'm going through the alley, I noticed all the extra doors that were on the rear of the property, so that's when I requested through city court an inspection. He authorized the inspection, and we went through there back in May, I believe. Yeah, May 9th, 2018 is when we did the inspection.
Okay.
So does he understand the improvements that we're seeking?
Usted entiende que todo lo que cuando hicimos la inspección, todo lo que tiene que hacer, ¿verdad?
Yeah, but when I buy the property, the owner, he tell me everything is fine. I asked the customer, the one right there, and they say everything is fine, the water, electric power, everything. And I got my CDL. I say, if I got any problem, I can fix it. But the problem, I lost my CDL. Now it's very hard to me to do, because the house built by 1890. It's very hard to build up the house, because it's very old house.
At this point, we understand that this house does have a lot of issues. Nothing that would be bad enough for only one tenant to be there, but we cannot allow 2 tenants currently. So while he gains enough money to fix the issues throughout the house, we're asking that only 1 tenant can live there.
And we do feel that it is, sometimes we have properties where there's no way it's going to get to a point where they can have 3 tenants, but this is one that, with some proper fire separation and some improvements that are needed, that it can get to a point where it would be multiple, or is that?
2 units, maybe.
Maybe, okay.
But you're talking probably still a total gut job because they didn't pull permits when they did it. So we can't ensure that there's adequate fire separation of fire block inside the walls.
And sir, unfortunately, we hear that rather frequently, that when you buy a property that the previous owner says, oh, it's fine, it can be used this way, but unfortunately, it's not in a safe manner to have multiple families in this unit at this time. So it is the recommendation of the inspections department that we ask you to either fix the property up to the point where we can allow for more tenants, but at this point, only 1 tenant would be allowed in the property until those improvements are made.
Sí.
Una familia puede vivir ahí en esa
Sí,
casa.
pero okay, everything's fine, but I need maybe because I buy 2 years ago the house, so I don't have all the problems that have the house, so I had to beat, I need more time to try to bring the house back. That's why I need time.
So today, the process would be for this board, if we decide so, to approve the recommendation and the findings here, the order to repair. And then you would work with our inspections department to make sure that those improvements are happening. And we're going to give you some time, but we need to see that they are happening. There is progress moving forward.
Yeah, the big mistake, I don't know how they got so many problems like that, so.
And we are asking if you can also let him know that only one family, as we have previously, but there are still two families there.
Which, we lost one again. Okay. So, sir, do you understand that today we're going to approve the order to repair and put a limitation of only having one family to rent the facility or rent the home until all of these improvements have been made?
Okay.
Okay? Do I have a motion to that effect?
Motion to approve the findings.
I second.
And limit the attendance to
And
one.
we will, how much time, Jaime? I mean, if we're going down to one unit, how much time, the gentleman, is this immediate?
Well, I mean, we can give 30 days, so that way it can give us tenants enough ample time, you know, to find other means. You know, we're not
Okay.
in business by any means to throw anybody out.
So the motion is to approve the findings and limit this unit to, limit this property to one unit, allowing the owner 30 days to alert his tenants that they're going to have to leave.
Okay.
I will second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. And
Thank
if
you.
make sure that we have that address correct before you go today so that we have communication with you. Okay? All right, item M, correspondence received from the Downtown Hammond Council requesting barricades and sandbags and event parking signs for the 4th Annual Arts on the Ave, Saturday, September 15th, 2018.
I would motion to send this to Public Works and make them aware of what the request will be.
You see this or not?
I think,
Am I losing my mind?
I thought we, didn't we approve?
That's it too.
Three different events.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
but that's-
All right, there's a motion to
I second.
refer. Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
I mean, the signs are out already. Yeah, okay, that's what we approved, the
Yeah, I think
sign,
we
the
did.
signage through the mayor's office.
Item N, correspondence received from the 2nd District Councilman Pete Torres requesting a double east-west stop sign and striping with crossing lines at the intersection of Kent Avenue and Indiana Street by Columbia School.
This would require a warrant study, so if you want to refer to engineering, we'll investigate it.
Do we need to send this to the street department as well, or for you, to you
Not
guys
until we
first?
know the findings.
Okay, do I have a motion to refer this to the street department for further investigation and recommendation?
Engineering.
Sorry, engineering.
Motion is to send correspondence to engineering for recommendation and/or approval.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item O, correspondence received from Ms. Carol Vetzko requesting a date change in an alley closure request previously approved to be held September 8th to Saturday, October 6th, 2018.
Yeah, this is the one on 173rd Street, right? Yeah.
That's quite a significant change in date for weather.
I'm good with it.
Where's this one at?
546, 173rd Street. I think we approved it last week.
Yeah, but is this gonna be something that's gonna hit a road project of any kind?
Oh, I wouldn't know. It's an alley. I mean,
Oh, it's an
It's
alley?
in the alley,
Okay.
behind her house.
All right, well then,
Yeah, we should be good.
okay.
Motion to approve the change in the alley request.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item P, approval for Hugs to post signs in the city. This has been approved through the mayor's office already.
Motion to approve the Hugs request.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item Q, correspondence received requesting a rental registration hearing. Just one. September 27th.
Motion is to set this rental registration hearing request over to September 27th.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item R, correspondence received from Ms. Donna Muda, Special Events Coordinator, requesting permission to hold the 2018 Hammond Holiday Parade Saturday, December 1st, 2018, with lineup beginning at 8 a.m. at Gavitt High School with route. Oh, do we not have the route? Underneath, okay.
I'm sure
We have a
nothing.
new route, actually.
It is?
I think so.
Holiday parade?
She was talking about a new route, staff meeting, wasn't she?
Same thing.
8 a.m. Gavitt
Yeah, I think she wants to go
East.
back to like the Woodmore Mall area by the sports complex this year.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Where was it dispersing before? Purdue?
Purdue, yeah. They went the other way.
Well, back to the old school.
Yeah, okay.
Do we want this to go to EMA?
I
Or you
think that
guys?
they're
Or you
aware.
guys? No? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Our motion to approve the request for the holiday parade.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Yeah, they're copying on it.
Oh.
Item S, garage sale permit submitted for approval.
Oh, we're still getting some.
It was like 90 degrees out this week.
Yeah.
That's when you find good bargains.
When everybody else gives up.
That's right. That's right. How do you do a garage sale on 165th Street? The parking area, $10 bucks?
No. Park on the-
Maybe side street. Yeah. I get a motion to approve the garage sale permit.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 6, matters from other board members.
I do have some matters. First one being from Reese Riley Construction. They are requesting a full road closure at the intersection of 165th Street and Summer Street in Hammond. They need to remove and replace some curb and gutter and mill some portions of the street. This should take up to 5 business days, Jason, right? They'd like to begin the work on Monday, September 10th.
Yeah, they're requesting
Jonathan,
5
I'm sorry.
days. It's fine. Yeah, 165th will remain open each way. Summer will be closed. Southbound Summer will remain open until they need to do a full closure to repair the entire surface. But traffic will always remain open and businesses as well.
Okay.
All righty.
Motion to approve the request?
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye. Let's see, this is communication, Hammond, let's see. Is this from AT&T? AT&T. Need access to manhole in the intersection of Kennedy and 169th Street to place new interduct and fiber cable in the existing duct between the manholes. Traffic will need to be diverted. Do you know how the diversion is going to?
They didn't clearly state that, but we would assume they're going to restrict the lane of travel for that area.
Not a total blockage, just.
Yeah, it's just, they're going to have to shift traffic over for that lane. I would just ask that sewer inspects, make sure they're not messing with any of their structures.
Okay.
Any idea how long, Jonathan?
I'm sorry, no, I don't remember what was on it.
It's not a big deal, but
Just run a cable from one manhole to the next, I wouldn't think it would be too long.
just the one, it's a southbound, is that the southbound lane?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, okay.
The motion is to approve the AT&T's request with, subject to the sewer department inspecting the manholes prior to the work being done.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And lastly, we have, Ms. Cantar, would you like to comment on this?
It was in the paper this morning. There was a signing ceremony with the city of Chicago Heights. We're going to do a water deal with them. It does not yet have the mayor's signature, but he won't be in till 10. So I'm just asking the board to please signed today. I will get the mayor's signature, and then I'll put it back through next Thursday to have it approved.
Does not have our mayor or
Yeah,
Mayor
No, it has.
Gonzalez?
It has Mayor Gonzalez, but
Okay.
our mayor is at a meeting until 10 o'clock, so I couldn't get his signature. There was a copy he signed, he didn't keep that one. They gave that one to Mayor Gonzalez.
Okay. Do you have a motion to approve the contract for water sales with the city of Chicago Heights?
Motion to approve.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Anything else?
Nothing else from me.
Okay. Item 7, matters from other department heads or their representatives. Anybody? Old business? New business? The meeting is open to the public. Does anybody wish to speak today? Sir? Good morning.
Actually, here for 6700 block.
Can you speak in the microphone for
Yeah,
us? Thank you.
6700 block of Alexander Avenue.
Can you say your name again? I'm sorry, we
Gary
didn't hear that.
Dreischerf. Gary Dreischerf.
Thank you.
So,
And what can
Yeah.
we do for you today, sir?
well, still, I haven't heard from my councilman Warple about the issue of the street getting redone. You know, our street's never been redone. It's a short block, and sidewalks are terrible, curbs, you know, it needs a whole makeover. So, you know, how do I get it done? I mean, I thought he's gonna try to get it done for this year, but still nothing, you know, try for next year. We're really being neglected here. And I guess other neighbors have had the issues too, trying to get it done over years. So,
Did you get that address? What's that address again?
6,700.
it's the whole 6700 block of Alexander Avenue.
Okay.
Block, so.
Jonathan, do you have any update on that?
To get it done this year would be impossible. It is designed, it needs to be reviewed. That section of road is going to be very expensive because of the sewer connections that need to be made. And that's what's been holding us back because of budgetary issues. But yes, it is on the councilman's radar. It's all about budget and trying to get it done the right way the first time.
And unfortunately, sir, sometimes when we see new roads get done, it's just an overlay, and that's a lot more affordable than to have to do a total reconstruction, which requires extensive sewer or water work. And it appears that that might be the case on this block.
Yes, there's a section of sewer that's almost like the last portion to tie in the separation of the sewers that started years ago. But because of the location, the budget being not as what it used to be, it's just we can't get it done right at the moment.
So at this point, it sounds as though it's not slated for work this year, but there are designs that are in the engineering department for when funds would become available. We can issue a letter to your councilman from this board just to make him aware that you appeared before us today and that, you know, it's a concern of yours, just to keep it on his radar. But unfortunately, we have no ability to determine what roads the councilman will select to do. You know, they have limited gaming funds, and so it has to spread it around as much as they can through the district. But we can make him aware.
Is the sanitary district then, will they do the sewers?
I'm sorry?
Does the sanitary district do the sewers then, or?
No, we would contract the entire project out.
Oh.
This is a little more intensive. Our departments are very good, but they may not be able to handle a project of this magnitude.
And unfortunately, with the tax cap situation changing in the next year, the sewer department's going to be struggling a bit too. So funds are limited, and as I said, the councilman has to figure out how to use those gaming funds throughout his entire district, and sometimes one block or one area of a road is going to take up all of those funds, it becomes a difficult choice.
Yeah, it's just a shame, you know, it's been neglected for this many years. I mean, it's never been redone, and everything else around there's been redone, you know.
And it's probably
We're
an easier job, an overlay job, as opposed to a total reconstruction.
Yeah, but the sidewalks are bad. Somebody's gonna get hurt on sidewalks, especially the east side. Sidewalk, I mean, there's, you know.
Well, we'll certainly make send a notification to your councilman, just to let him know, keep him aware of it, and maybe next year, it might be the year for it. I can't tell you, I can't decide how he spends his
Yeah,
money.
I hope he can. I mean, like I say, it's yeah, he's not good getting response back You know, I've left a couple messages on his cell phone in the last 3 weeks, and it's never had a response from him.
Well, we'll
You
make
know,
sure that we'll send him a notification, and that way he's aware that you appeared today and would like to have
Hopefully
some kind
you
of
give me a call.
conversation about it, okay?
Yeah, you know, keep me up on, you know, what they're doing and stuff, yeah.
Okay,
So,
and if,
okay.
you know, Jonathan, would you maybe be able to get his name and address, that way, you've got it on? That way that the councilman has that available to him if he chooses to respond? Thank you, sir. Anybody else from the public wishing to speak today?
Any
Okay.
comments? I'll motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.